Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, whatever the time may be that you're seeing this. My name is Representative Laura Sibilia, and I am going to talk to you a little bit more today about what we are doing in the Vermont House of Representatives in order to deal with the pandemic. So the Vermont House of Representatives usually meets and is in session from January through mid to late May. And around the town meeting week, we will take a break and then go back. And that break, that town meeting line time, marks that we're getting very close to the midway part of our legislative session. And we have two bodies in the legislature, as you know. We have the House and the Senate. And both bodies have to pass and agree on bills in order for them to move forward to the governor for signature. And so crossover, the halfway point, is when a bill needs to come from the House to go to the Senate, or from the Senate to go to the House. This year, town meeting week came. We came back to the legislature, and we had to adjourn on March 13th really quickly because of what was happening with the COVID virus. Before we adjourned the last day, it was pretty frenzied, and the Speaker of the House and legislative leaders from all of the parties, as well as the non-parties, the independents, were trying to make sure that we had bills from the House that were going to the Senate that could help Vermonters in the event of this pandemic, making sure that we had what we call vehicles to get things done if there was federal assistance. So that happened. The Senate is a body of 30 people. The House is a body of 150 people. So the Senate has been able to meet sooner because they're so small, and meeting virtually is a little easier for 30 people than 150 people, and they've been able to act on some of the bills we sent over and then send us some additional bills, including one having to do with wills, which Bennington County Senator Dick Sears, I believe, was largely responsible for getting moving. That bill will allow for folks who want to put in place a will to be able to do so virtually and stay within the guidelines for self-isolating. So usually a will needs two witnesses, and you're likely to have your attorney or a notary. And so this allows that to happen at a safe distance for everyone while this emergency is in place. So that's some of the type of legislation that has been contemplated and that we've been working on. So today was the first day that the Vermont House reconvened, and 150 members. We've been practicing how to meet on Zoom, how to vote. There's a special app that was already in use with the Vermont legislature through the Capitol Police. It's called Everbridge. It's an app that allows you to push out a question and also to receive information. And so that's how the members are voting. And we are participating in session through Zoom, which is the online meeting platform. And you can watch the whole session as we're doing that. So we met. The first thing that we needed to do was to vote to allow ourselves to change our rules, our House rules, to allow ourselves to vote remotely during this emergency, which we did, and then take up bills such as the wills question, being able to do wills remotely, and also giving the treasurer the ability to move money between funds in order to pay bills. Usually she's able to do that in a pretty narrow window from June to July, and this expanded it from May through September. So that's the type of work that we are starting to take up in the House, and Happy to take questions or phone calls if people would like to comment or understand further on how we're proceeding. So take care, and if you have questions, you can give me a call, 802-384-0233, and my website is www.laurasibiliavt.com.